Hello guys, good morning and welcome to another episode on Agro Dreams. It's been quite some while since I made my last upload. I've just been consumed with other activities, life events and other farm activities that made me go off media for a while, but Alhamdulillah, we're back. Today is day 9 of Ramadan. It's a beautiful morning. We've been up to farming. Farming is done on the ground, so sometimes we just put the phone aside and be busy at work. This morning we're done with most of our morning activities. I am about to give first Gumboro vaccine to a new batch of birds I brought in 7 days ago. We've sold about 2 badges, and the last batch I did a video on have started laying, so that's good news for us. And we have a new batch as well. So stick and stay with me this morning as I take you through some of our activities. I have a self-made selfie stick, so we're going to be part of the whole process. Let me just show you around. These are some of my isolation pens where I put sick birds and birds that are not laying well. Here I have my sawdust room where I keep fresh sawdust anytime I want to change a litter, and I do that. I think in the previous week we sold some of our litter to the farmers. They buy it as manure. So when we get rid of the old one, then we'll put in fresh sawdust from the sawmills. I'm looking for a broom. Where am I going to find my broomstick? So my pen coops are full. I have birds everywhere. Wahid, where's... Okay, sir. Most of my pen coops are full. No, I was asking where this is. It's okay. See the birds, everywhere is full. These are the birds I did a video with when they were day-old chicks. They have started laying. I just got one crate yesterday. They are about 19 weeks old. And these birds are from a local hatchery in Ghana here, Cupid's Ghana. So I can recommend them because I've been ordering more since my first order, meaning they are not bad, they are good. With good management, you should be able to take care of them. So let's get to the other side of the farm where I mostly do my brooding. That's the Azula pond. It's growing. Let's go. Our brooding house is a little far from the other hen coops. Safety reasons. That's how we just set up our farm. Yep, so I'm about to give the first Gumboro vaccine for 1,000 birds. This is the first vaccine we give your birds when they come. So let's do that. Okay, so this is the other side of my farm. They have my workers doing some cleaning and morning routine. The phone is for them. So, good morning. How are you? So this morning we will take the beds, the broilers in. So basically it's just cleaning since we fed and given them water. Yeah, I have some broilers that I'm doing for the Eid celebrations. But the layers keep flying in. I'm sharing the room between the layers and the broilers. I would say it's not the best practice, but management's sake, this is what I did this year. But I want to transfer them to a different room where they'll have their peace and eat alone. The layers keep flying into their space and consuming their food. So I'll be doing that transfer this morning. Yeah. So let's go to the So if you're done, then you come and we give the Ryan, morning. What is time? So please, on a different day, now you tackle around the too bushy, then you take care of that. So we have my disinfectant. So I'm going into the breeding pen. We have our vaccine in our flask to keep it in cool temperature. Assalamu alaikum. So you can see the breeding room, it's always covered and quite hot. I have my chart here. This is my chart. So this is Keeper's Ghana, a hatchery, a local hatchery in Ghana. So quite the past few orders have been from the local hatchery. Previously I used to order from Holland, Belgium, but ever since I heard about Keepers, I gave them a try and they are not bad at all. So why not? And it's a little cheaper than the foreign. So this is the breeding room. You can see the birds. It's getting a little. Everybody's fine. Yes, doing this, you know, the weekends. Aren't you running? I guess everybody is doing well. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. What I have down there is a white layer of sacks. I usually use that for my first week to prevent the birds from pecking sawdust. Usually when they peck sawdust, it chokes them and can lead to death. So this is more advisable, but if it's getting filthy, I would replace it with sawdust because they now know where their food is and you can differentiate between sawdust and their meal. So that's what we are doing this evening. We took the water out about 2 hours ago to make sure they get testy, so that when we give them the vaccine, everybody gets a dose of it. Let me see if I can set up my camera here so that okay, let me step out. We're not yet ready to administer, so let me step out. Once I get some help, then we do that. I'm back. So this is how we go about our vaccine administration. So over here we have 6 liters of water. We have our vaccine. This is the first bumble vaccine. It should always be stored under cool conditions. That's 2 degrees, between 2 to 8 degrees. So I'll be putting this into 6 liters of water. This is a 1,000 dose vial. If you have less than 1,000 birds, they do sell, but on particular days, because they would have to maybe share it amongst people. But if you have 1,000 birds and above, you can just get a dose like this. So here we go. I'll be opening this like this. How do I do this with the camera? I'm gonna put the camera aside. This is mixed. Where's the cover? This is our final mixture. 6 liters of water mixed with the first bubble vaccine. About to distribute it. So before you do this, you have to starve the chicks, so that once you administer, everybody rushes for it. So it is evenly distributed and the drinkers to be administered to them quite soon. So let's see how they respond when it comes. Usually when you see your birds this active, I tell you this place is hot. I'm sweating already. When you see it this active, when you see them this active, it's a good sign. So you go and take some. they're already getting to it. Drinking the water. Yes, put this one here so that they leave the. Put it so that they leave. Everybody to drink the vaccine. So that's basically how we administer the first vaccine. They're 7 days old, and we'll be doing the next one in a week, followed by the third and the fourth week, and subsequently to whatever medication we are supposed to give them, we would be giving them. Oh, some fresh air. Inside there is hot. Over here we're transporting our broilers to the other side of the farm. Yakana abalama. Take your feeders. So this little truck helps us transport things across the farm. You can see the broilers. We're sending them to a new room so they have ample space to grow well. I think I have 4 more weeks before I sell them off, so I need them to be in the best shape. Once I have them transported, the room will be free for the layers to enjoy their space. Sometimes we manage space by keeping them together, even though it hasn't caused any problems. I wouldn't say it's the best. Prevention is better than cure. Let me pause the video here till we get to the other side of the farm where we'll be keeping the broilers. Before I get to the other side, part of my weekly routine was to check what happened the previous week in terms of production. So I go into each pen and have a look at the record sheet, do my calculations to see where that particular room is at. Look at the deaths. Okay, so once I do my math and have my numbers, I know how to react. Do I need medication? Is there cause for any alarm? Is everything going on well? So for me, I do my accounts weekly to know the progress of each week. So I'm about to do the same thing for this room. I need to use my calculator. So my weekly checks are done for both rooms. This way I would know the instructions to give my staff to ensure we have a more prosperous week ahead. So I'll end the video here and get back to work. Thank you for being with me. I'll be giving more uploads on the farm, on our activities, so that you can also learn from us. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. Please like, subscribe and share. Let's grow this family. I believe you're closer to starting your agro dreams than you think. So learn from me. If you have anything I can learn from you too, I'm open to learn as well. Thank you very much, and Assalamu alaikum.